What's going on, guys? Fred here from TrailBuilt Off-Road, and we are at Overland Expo Mountain West in Loveland, Colorado. But we're here today to figure out what you can get for $100 and what you can get for $1 million. So let's start off with the lowest, $100. There you go. Hopefully you're not in the doghouse, because this is all you'll be sleeping in. At $99, we can still get you in something for $100. But let's move on to something a little bit more exciting. Let's get into those big dollar numbers, because I think that's what we're all here to see. All right, so $100 was cute, but $50,000 is kind of where your entry level, I'm just getting into overlanding, I'm just getting into off-roading. And I think a perfect build that we can kind of highlight for that is Ashley's 4Runner, 5th gen 4Runner here, locked in with the FSR tent, diodynamic lighting, KMC beadlock wheels, Mickey Thompson Baja Boss, all things you can get at TrailBuilt Off-Road. This is the perfect entry level build. This gives you everything you need to do. This can get you to the mountains, it can get you to the mall, and it will look good doing it. This sits really well. She did do a lot of cutting, so there's a lot of extra fab with some of these bumpers, but ultimately, for 50 to 60K, this is a heck of a build. And it's something that everyone can start off with before we start to get into kind of those crazy ones, which you'll see real soon. All right, so $50,000 is really your starting point, and then where do you go from there, right? You've built your 4Runner, you've done all the things you wanted to do, but you want to take it that next level. You want a little bit more luxury, a little less of that, you know, I'm in the wilderness, I'm kind of roaming around, not doing what I want to do. So the best option that we've come across today, without a doubt, is right here at Outpost. This is a modified truck camper that you can put into really any truck that you have. What it is it's a modular camper that you can put in here, extremely lightweight. They really prided themselves on making this as lightweight as possible from the outside to the inside, right? So aluminum cabinetry so that you're really getting the strength, but again, the lightweight. EcoFlow system for your battery, so you're getting a lot of power. There's a lot of luxury within it in a smaller space. You'll see a little bit down the road, we're getting kind of bigger and grander. This gives you all that luxury in a much smaller space and gets you to those places you really want to get to. Something else that was really cool about this entire build was some of the outside stuff like the Molly panels. You can obviously customize them as much as you want. This has a shower, other side has gasoline, awnings, things like that. So really, really cool design. Inside there, you can be up to 6'5" and still fit comfortably. That's a big deal. So comfort, smaller package, but you're still getting something better than that 50,000, and now you're on your way to bigger and better things. All right, so we went from a doghouse, now we went to a $50,000 perfect starter build. We're gonna jump all the way up here to $250,000. This is exactly what you would think you'd get for $250,000. This is absolutely insane. A turbo diesel, Cummins built, tracked out, Antarctica, polar bear fighting. I am in the absolute wilderness machine. This thing is insane. It has a winch, we've got a snorkel. In the front, it's really, really driven based, right? So you have your engine up here. This is where your whole setup is gonna start. And then as you can kind of come towards the back here, you obviously see the tracks. You then go into gas cans, and then what appears to be really a living space back here, which is pretty cool, kind of gnarly. I like that it's detached. Great if you have kids, right? If anyone's ever been on a road trip with your kids. This is great. Throw them in the back. They're not even attached to you. You can just drive in peace and quiet. But this thing is bad to the bone. I kind of dig it. I love the idea of the track. You're gonna be able to go anywhere in the world with this, right? Now, you're not gonna get there fast, but you're gonna get there, and that's pretty cool. So for $250,000, this is about as extreme as you're gonna get. All right, so we're finally here at the $500,000 vehicle. I bet you thought that was the max. Just wait, there's more to come, I promise. But this thing is absolutely amazing. Old school militaristic vehicle that they kind of redid to have all the bells and whistles on the inside. To me, personally, this is a dream. All right, I love this. The 54-inch tires. You've got the camping setup in the back for cooking. You have 2 to 3 space bed in there. Everything you need for luxury on the inside, but still gives you that tough outdoor vibe to it. It gives you that ability to get you anywhere you want to go. Iceland, Greenland, Australia. If you can get there over the water, you're there. This thing, fantastic on the inside, even in the cab, it's beautiful. So I love what they did here. Bliss Mobile really took an old school truck, was able to gut it on the inside, really make it beautiful. All right, so we just hit $500,000. The next step is obviously $750,000, and it gets nailed here with this Krug Expedition beast mammoth of a truck. What you're gonna see here is an absolute luxury opportunity to be off-road, but also have all the thrills and trills of being comfortable on the road. So a couple things to point out that are really, really unique about this. dual inverter, so you can basically get power anywhere in the world, which is fantastic because this vehicle will take you anywhere in the world. And another thing to shout out for the wives, I know my wife personally would love this, is heated floors throughout the entire thing. So no matter if you're skiing or you do take those expeditions all the way out to Antarctica, you have the opportunity to have heated floors, keep your feet warm, your wife happy. If you're gonna be buying something for $750,000, you probably wanna make sure she's happy. But this thing is absolutely built to the nines, F550. You can get this in a 6x6, which is really cool. Tons of lighting. You'll see a king size bed, which is absolutely beautiful. So you have all that comfort on the road. A great dinette that you can then fold out to be more. Great bathroom situation. This is something that I think you kind of aspire to, right? And this really gives you that opportunity to say, hey, we're gonna start taking our expeditions farther to more remote places, more extreme places, but we wanna still have that comfort, but get there safely. Krug Expedition will do that for you. All right, guys, we finally made it to the $1 million vehicle, and as you can see, just from this quick second, this thing is absolutely loaded. I am not qualified to even start talking about it, so I'm gonna let Anton take it over.
I'm Anton, this is Rugged Luxury. We're here in Colorado at Overland, at Loveland. This is our new rig that we're bringing to market. As you can see here, we've really tried to make it as amazing as we could. Spacious, got this big kitchen, you've got open windows, I've got an open flame, gas fireplace. I like to cook, so I put that in this because that's what I wanted to cook on. Got some really cool features here for some hidden little aspects so that it keeps the countertop clean. You're not pulling things out when you're at your camping spot and then having to put them away later. Custom knives. You've got your custom coffee maker right here that goes down. Here you've got a dishwasher, pops up out of there. And then we got a couple of cutting boards. You can see this one here. You've got your trash located in here. Retro fridge. We have a whole size fridge here. Come in here and check out the bathroom. We've got a full shower. We're not sharing a toilet with the shower. A lot of the materials that we used in this, they look heavy, but a lot of them are lighter than they look. We've cut weight down in the way that we were able to put things together and achieve them. The concrete isn't as thick as it looks. Big closet. Those are 2 jewelry cabinets that can be designed however you'd like them. You've got a big drawer for your shoes here. And then plenty of wardrobe space. You've got a full queen size bed up here. The couch is electric. Both sides slide out. This table's on an actuator and it goes down flush under the floor and the carpet goes over it. And then this turns into almost a queen size bed. The windows are all on actuators. We also have electric window tint. Here you've got a fireplace, and behind here is a 65-inch TV that comes up on an actuator. Comes with a Sonos surround sound home theater system too, with a subwoofer and a sound bar.
All right, so as you can see, $1 million gets you everything you'd ever want in your life. My biggest question though was, how do you put a right suspension system in something so big, so heavy, with so much availability to kind of have counteracting weights? So what they really did was the earth leveling system, which is really cool. It's separate from the suspension, and anywhere that you park, anywhere that you are in the world, it will actually level itself out. So you're not sitting on an angle, you're not pulling up water in your shower, you're not falling down trying to get to the bathroom in the middle of the night. That's so unique. That's something that was really interesting by me. And I think what else is really cool is just the way that it was all put together with the coilovers. That's an absolute need and must, and it's not something you'll see in these really, really heavily built trucks. So they nailed it. You saw how beautiful it is on the inside. You can see how great it is on the outside, but what you don't necessarily always get to see is how well it runs and how well it sits. And I think this thing is every bit worth $1 million. All right, so there you have it. We went all the way from 100 to $1 million. Tell us which one you like the most. I personally, 500,000 was great. If I had the million, I'm taking that $1 million Rugged Luxury. That thing was absolutely insane. But with all of that stuff, there's so many different options for you to get into the overlanding world. It's starting at 50K. Aspire to keep building, be outside, enjoy the outdoors, do what you do best. We had a great time here at Overland Expo Mountain West in Loveland, Colorado. We love it. We look forward to coming back. This is the spot to be to find all those vehicles and all the things you want to do to build your vehicle. So make sure you build it right for yourself. Have a great day. I'm Fred. I'm gone.